So what's up everyone? Welcome back to your channel, Bright for Life Institute. I'm Alicia. I want to talk to you today about resentment. Resentment is the cancer that destroys relationship within. Many people can have problems with each other for many different reasons. One of the biggest killer of a relationship, that can be friendship, romantic relationship, or a relationship that you have with a family member or even a colleague, is resentment. Resentment. So what is resentment? Resentment is the feeling and the belief that someone treated you unfairly. Something has happened that you perceive was unfair to you, unjust. The person was not fair. So you hold this hunger, sometimes this rage against another person. Sometimes this resentment can last few days, few weeks. But for some people, it can go on for many years. Most often, we found resentment to be existent in romantic relationship. Romantic relationship where the two person or one person feel a big love and attachment to another person. Then something happened, and now they are so stuck in their feeling of anger to have been mistreated by this person that if we look closely and if they dare to really look inside, they are seeking love from. But as they don't know how to deal with their emotion, and this is not about dealing with the other person, whatever that other person did. This is very much to deal you with your own self, your own negative thinking and feeling that is coming from you, that you perceive to be to have been created by this other person. Resentment is a very strong and powerful emotion. Yes, it's not just a feeling, it's an emotion. Because how emotion get created, you start with a thinking, then you start to feel it, and then when it becomes stronger, it becomes an emotion. So it's a very powerful emotion. An emotion sometimes that is strangely related to another positive feeling. The feeling to love, the feeling of love can be behind that resentment that you have toward a person. And I'm not saying that everybody that have resentment toward someone love them. But most often, resentment is related to love. Love was the first emotion that is present, that was present in the person toward that other person. For some reason, for some circumstance, the love get completely hidden, forgotten, ignored and denied to make room for resentment. It's some sort of form of denial. Let's say that you cannot get someone, but you love them, you want them, but you don't know how to deal with it. Because when you cannot get what you want, especially when you cannot get who you want, it hurts. They rejected you, and you love them, and you don't know how to deal with it. So what you do, you find fault, you find reason to try to hate them. And some people out there are really convinced that the people they resent, they feel that they hate that person. But most often, what is behind resentment is love. Is a love that is hidden, a love that is feared, a need, a craving for some kind of connection, a pain that needs to be healed. Some people for many years hold on to this negative thinking, negative feeling, negative emotion of resentment. And they believe very strongly that they are right to do so. Nelson Mandela have said something very clear and very true about resentment. Resentment is like someone that is drinking poison and hoping that the other one will die from it. Resentment only hurt, and I would not want to say only hurt the person that holds this resentment. Maybe the first person that is hurting from their resentment, because resentment is you're holding. Sometimes you are obligating yourself to dislike a person, but deep down you don't. But because you don't know how to manage your own emotion, you don't know what's going on inside of you, all you have managed to do is to believe that you hate them. They did something wrong to you, and therefore you are right to behave the way you do, to think the way you do, and to not forgive them. Resentment is a poison that kills the one that carry it within. Of course, it's also a poison for the person, the target, that is in a connection or in the line of that resentment. If a person is in a relationship with a wife or a husband that have resentment toward her or toward him, it's unlikely that the relationship will survive. Let's say that a husband found out that his wife have cheated on him, and to go further than that, when she cheated on him, he found out that the children he had with her, that he thought this was his children, are actually not his children. There was a story like this for a footballer player in England. He was married and his brother was married. His brother had children and he had children. And one day his brother found out that his kids was not his kids, was the kids of his brother, because his brother for many years was sleeping with his wife. This is a very challenging situation. How can you forgive something like this? Your own brother that betrayed you. And this is the thing with resentment. It can be true, and you can be in your whole right to be upset toward that person that did you wrong. Most of the time, the resentment are really coming from a true place, that really the person that you trusted, a friend, a family member, a partner, betrayed you. And you are so angry, you feel betrayed, and you cannot forgive them. So you have this resentment building up inside of you. You cannot let go, you cannot forgive them. And resentment is the inability to forgive, and therefore the inability to let go. When we cannot let go of a negative experience, we block our growth. We punish ourselves. We carry inside ourselves a negative baggage that is going to poison and sabotage and destroy everything that we're going to come in contact with, because we are polluted. We are polluted in our heart space, in our mind, where the ego sits, by a very toxic energy that we hold tight to. This is why, if you are somebody that hold a resentment inside of you, that is real or not, that you're right or not, think about yourself. Give yourself some justice by not keeping beating yourself and sabotaging yourself and keep hurting yourself for somebody else doing. Free yourself. And if you think by holding on and not forgiving the person that did you wrong is going to punish them, think again, because the only person that get punished in holding on to resentment is the person that holding this resentment, that person that feel this resentment. This other person may be aware that they did something wrong, but they're not suffering from it. You are. You are the person that suffer from this. Either if, let's say that a man or a group of people murdered or violated some people, and you feel this resentment inside of you, and you feel like you're right, they violated you, they did you wrong, they killed your family, they took everything from you. The challenge that is with resentment is not presented to the one that did the wrong. It's clearly presented to the person that is faced with it. Resentment need to be let go with true forgiveness, and that can be very challenging when you feel in your heart and soul that the person and the events was wrong to you. They did you wrong. And that's where this empathy that the overword of compassion, the compassion of Christ, that you are a believer or not, the compassion of Christ. Compassion, it's really, it's deep. It's deep because you're going through your heart and your soul, and you find a way to free yourself. We have the ability to free ourselves from anything that brings us pain. But first, we need to free ourselves from the ego. Many of us live in the ego. And the first creator of resentment is the ego. And I'm not saying that every circumstance, let's say the example I gave previously, someone get attacked, get violated, their whole family get killed. The emotion they get from the resentment, of course, it's not just ego. This is pain. This is your soul that broke down. This is your heart that get violated by the evil. The devil can challenge us right in our heart. Right in our heart. And where the devil attack most people out there is in a romantic relationship. Romantic relationship, some of them, the real one, are built up from love. The devil will find a way to bring challenge to such a union by bringing a situation that will trigger one of them, and one of them will not be able to let go. And when one of the partners have resentment, the relationship will not survive. And that's the biggest challenge to relationship out there. The biggest challenge to love is forgiveness, is compassion. You can only have compassion for another human being when you take it as such. You forgive them because they don't know what they have done. They did not know better. They did their best. You forgive because you remember this is your partner. They are not completely bad. They messed up. They fucked up. And they hurt you. And maybe sometimes some of you out there are getting this hurt, this pain, this break because you have caused it, but you have not learned from it. So you put all the blame on your partner. And because you have put all the blame on your partner, somewhere in your heart, you know that, but you don't know how to deal with it. So you transform all of that on resentment toward your partner. Unjustifiably, in that case, we cannot lie to our heart. We cannot lie to the self. We cannot lie to our soul. The ego will bring drama and reason to hold on to resentment, especially when it's in a romantic relationship. But if we really love somebody, the first proof that we love someone is not to say I love you. It's not to say I do anything for you. It's to honestly find the love in your heart, in your own self, when they are not doing right, to forgive them. Forgiveness is the true proof of true love. If you cannot forgive somebody because they messed up, because they're not as perfect that you expected them to, because they have changed, they used to look good and now they look fat, they look old, they are depressed, they are not as good that you used to know them, and you cannot see the person that you used to admire, you used to love. Love can really transform people, can go really further, and we get really challenged when we are faced with a situation that we find hard to forgive. Yes, this is the true challenge of truly loving somebody. It's not to love them, is to forgive them. Forgive them when they are not the best they could be. Forgive them when they fucked up. Of course, we need to have a limit. Some people are out there, they cheat, they lie, they give you up, they do all sort of things. I know you get confused, you get angry, you become resentful. You may forgive once, and God, forgive you when you forgive somebody that hurted you once. But you need to have some hard rules. You can only forgive once, truly. Of course, if they messed up again, this time you forgive them and you let them go. We don't have to hold on to people that we see don't want to be with us. Allow them to be free. Allow them to find whatever they need. Love them this much to wish them to be happy. If they are meant to be with you, God will bring them to you. If they are not, it's best to not be with somebody that constantly you see are not with you, that constantly reinforcing your feeling of resentment. Because resentment is not always about big things, like I say, to be violated or somebody kill your family. It could be if every time you go out with your boyfriend, he's checking of a girl in your face. Is it disrespect? Is they loyal? It's not right. And you feel no good inside yourself. And the more you don't feel good inside yourself, and now, before you even know it, you have get to the point to feel resentful toward your partner. You hate him. You feel like you do. Really. You hate him to not respect you. You hate him to make you feel bad about yourself. You wonder why he's with you and all this kind of thing. And all of that doesn't make you feel good. And he's also not going to feel good. Two people together that doesn't feel good, well, you're not going to have the other one feeling relaxed about they really don't care about the situation. They're really not there. They're really that toxic. Most people, when the other one doesn't feel good and fight with them, more than likely they also will not feel good in that situation. So be careful of resentment. What I advise people out there, as soon you feel it, if you're in a relationship, try to talk about it. Talk honestly about how you feel and why you feel like that. But to the person that hear your partner talking to you, try to take, them coming to you to tell you how they feel, to be a sign that they need your help, that they are not complaining about you, that they are not looking a way out to leave you, that they are looking to talk to their friends, to talk to their partner about something they're struggling with. Because resentment can be a struggle for the person that feel it. They may love that person, they may want to make it work. You have couples that have children together and they have this resentment and they try, but they can't. They cannot forgive, they cannot forget, they cannot let go. If you are with a partner that is so upset, so angry because you did something or they think you did something, whatever it is, accept that this is their reality. This pain is real for them. Don't laugh at it, don't ignore it. Sit down together in front of a nice meal, a nice moment, just the two of you, and let them talk to you about how they feel. Show them that you care. Don't raise your voice, don't fight them. So guys, if you like this video, give a big thumbs up, subscribe and share this video, and and let me know what you think about it. And I will talk again about this subject in another video because it's such a big subject. I really want to help some of you out there to let go of resentment and share with me who do you feel resentment towards, and I will make a video about it as a response. So this is Brighter Life Institute, your channel. I'm Alicia. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.